Hey y'all, good morning. So I thought that I would just turn the camera on and do my whole face and talk to y'all and just be like, hey, what's up? Talk to me. Tell me about your life. I know that this is going to be a little bit long, but I also only have about 15 minutes or so to finish my face. I've done everything else. I went ahead and did my brows because those are a problem. And I did my hair. I'm all dressed. I just need to finish my face and scoot on out the door. I also wanted to just take a minute to appreciate my skin. I'm still changing some things up and trying to phase out some of my skincare that is not non-toxic that I've been using for a really long time. And so I still have a tiny bit of additional redness here and there, but overall, I mean, if you look at my before and after pictures, actually, let me just pull one up super quick. And then I need to stop yammering and start putting makeup on my face. But let's see if I can pull one up super fast. For those of you who are new to the channel, hi, my name is Tina, and I was a Savvy Minerals skeptic. I have rosacea, and I like full face glam pretty much every single day. So I was not convinced that Savvy Minerals could do this for me. I also was not convinced that the Art Skincare line would actually work for my rosacea afflicted skin. And this is my face before I started using Savvy. This is actually my very first, what my skin looked like before my very first Savvy Minerals video. And this is my skin now. I can't really put them side to side because the exposure doesn't really work. But this is what I used to look like every single morning, like resting face, no product, no fiddling with my skin, nothing, just right out of the, fresh and clean and right out of the shower. And actually, this is probably, yeah, I mean, my skin would have, this is resting for sure. And that's what I woke up to every single morning. And now this is what I wake up to every single morning. And I show it on the internet. I mean, I showed that on the internet too. But anyway, so anyway, I have a tiny bit of extra redness today because I'm trying to phase things out. And we'll just see how that goes. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started putting makeup on my face. I've primed my eyes already so we can just kind of head on in and just start slapping things on. And what I like to do is start with a little bit of a transition color on the eyes. So I usually take a big giant brush like this. I'm dipping into Spoiled and very lightly putting it from the crease to about halfway up. And what this does is it just adds a tiny bit of warmth to the look, which I prefer warm eyeshadow looks. That's just me. But it also gives you something to blend onto and helps to prevent like harsh lines and things like that. You don't want a whole lot of harsh lines on your eyeballs, outside of liner, of course. Unless you're going for a cut crease or something like that, then girl, you do you. I can't do a cut crease. Not on these eyes. Okay, so I got my transition color in place, and I'm going to grab the Savvy Minerals blending brush, and I'm going to dip into, what is this one called? Times Square from the Holiday Collection, which is a nice kind of taupey gray. I was very surprised by this shade because I expected it to be, sorry, and I'm going right in the crease with this. I expected it to be super shimmery, and because it was the Holiday Collection and it looked shimmery in the picture. But when you apply this and buff it out with the blending brush, it's not shimmery, and it's a beautiful neutral shade. So if you've been wanting like matte neutrals from Savvy Minerals, this is as close, the Holiday Collection is as close as you're gonna get, which is really ironic, but there you go, that's what it is. So I'm just blending that through the crease and a little bit above because I have hooded eyes, so I'm trying to just add a little bit of depth and contour there to make it look like I have more bone structure happening in my eye than I actually do. I'm going to repeat that on the other side. One of the things that a lot of people ask for are really quick, You know, they're like, I don't like to spend more than 5 minutes on my face in the morning, which I don't really understand those people. That's not how I roll. I've never been able to just spend 5 minutes on my face. Well, I mean, that's not true. I probably when I was in high school, but I always have taken a lot more time with my makeup. It's just something that I enjoy. So for me to limit myself to 5 minutes, that's really tough. Because it's just some me time, you know, and I really enjoy it. But I guess I understand, like, for moms, you know, who are super busy but want to look a little bit put together, or just people who are just don't really enjoy makeup, which again, I don't understand those people, but you know, I know that they exist and that's fine. And I love you anyway. You know, I do think that, it is possible. And I've done a couple of, oh, thank you, Joanna. I've been wanting to mention that. I think I'm going to do a dedicated video about brush holding. Because a lot of people want to hold it like a pencil and be like scribbling on their face, and that just doesn't work. When you hold it further back like this, you actually have more control and you get a better blend. So I do not paint though. I wish. I went through a serious Bob Ross phase. What is happening with this thing right here? Anyway, I went through a serious Bob Ross phase in high school and spent a good chunk of my babysitting money on paint and supplies and such, and tried to draw all the happy little trees, and I was terrible. So I spent a whole lot of money to find out that I was terrible at painting. But I do like to be creative. I actually do bujoing, bullet journaling, and it's a kind of make your own planner / journal, and you can get really creative and decorative with how you lay it out, and hand lettering and doodling and all that sort of thing. And so I get my creative juices out that way, mostly with hand lettering, because I am not an artist by any means. Okay. So, oh, I missed your comment. I'm sorry. It goes away, and then let me see if I can show. I can't see them. Sorry. I'm so stiffy. That's not what I was trying to say. So stuffy. We have been having insane weather, and I don't have, where's my raven? What the heck? This is a problem. I love all of that too. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to stop talking about painting now. Got sidebar. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So there are people who want super quick, makeup tutorials, and this is not one of those, just FYI. But I do have a couple on the page, on this channel, 5-ish minute faces. And it kind of shows you how to savvy your face fast. I think that's the name of one of them, actually. I'm taking foiled on my fingers and patting it in that inner corner there. So you can definitely do it. I don't know, like, I mean, if you just want to do foundation, a little bit of blush and or bronzer, and some, you know, a quick sweep of color on your eyes, you can do that in 5 minutes. No doubt. And I've done, like I said, I've done videos. Where are my things? I cannot find any of the things this morning, y'all. So it's possible. I just love putting on makeup. Good morning, Cindy. I just love putting on makeup, and it is part of my morning ritual and routine. Hang on. Smoothie. So it's something that I like I wake up early to make sure that I have time to spend with Jesus and time to spend on my face. So it's a priority for me. It's kind of like, as my counselor would say, self-care. I enjoy it. And now that I have the video, now that I have the Facebook page, the Savvy Girls Guide group and everything, and this channel, mornings are really the only time I have to do videos right now these days. Life is just a little bit cray. And so So it just works out. But anyway, I just put a little bit of Jet Setter Wet, and I'm just smudging it out across the lash line because I don't want like a big heavy liner look or wing or anything. I'm just adding definition there. Not doing the liner trick today. I want a little bit more drama, but not too much. Because I mean, I'm just going to work and worship team practice tonight. So I don't really need to impress too many people. But you never know, you know? Okay, some definition at the lash line. And now I'm gonna curl my lashes. So tell me, you guys, like, just talk to me. Like, tell me your hopes and dreams. No, tell me something good that's happened to y'all this past week. Like, it doesn't have to necessarily be makeup related, although it could be. I mean, you know, you got your Savvy Starter Kit finally, or you finally found your perfect shade of foundation, or you got you mixed your perfect brow shade or something like that. But it doesn't have to be makeup related. I don't have Savvy mascara. I missed out on the first batch. Then I heard the second batch had some issues. And and then it went out of stock. So I'm waiting for it to come back so I can give it a try. I'm very curious to see how it will hold up on my hooded, watery eyeballs. Because I've always had to wear waterproof mascara. I have, you know, sinus allergy stuff. Living in South Louisiana, most people do. And I mean, I support my respiratory system and my immune system pretty well every day. But my eyes still tend to be a little bit watery. And I cry a lot. I am easily touched, as they would say, or as I like to say. Okay, so I'm not going to do the bottom right now because I first need to clean up any fallout that happened there. And then I'm gonna, I'm knocking things all over the place this morning, y'all. It's not good. Okay, and then I'm gonna use my little DIY roller under my eyes. This has jojoba, hyaluronic acid, frankincense, and a drop or two of copaiba, because I just was recently told that copaiba is great for the under eye area. So, and then I'm gonna top that off with some rose ointment. So my good thing that happened this week, well, it happened Saturday. I got a brand new car. I've never had a like actually brand new car before. Like, I almost wanted to get one of those big bows and take a picture, but I didn't. Yeah, I'm super excited. Her name is Lola. She's red and she's really pretty and she likes to drive fast. Okay, so I'm taking my little tiny beauty sponge. Thank you, Joanna. And I'm dipping into Cool 2. Is that Cool 2? No, Cool 1, sorry. Cool 1. And I am, let me double check that. Yeah, Cool 1. And I'm patting that or baking that under the eye to kind of cover my dark circles there. And the reason I like to use Cool 2 is because it is the pinky undertones in it help to neutralize the color under my eye. If you have more like bluey purple dark circles, you may want to try a warm shade. If you are a 2, warm 3 would probably be really, really good for you. Okay, so I'm just doing a light layer of Cool 1, and then I'm going in with the tiniest amount of the Veil. And this just, because I'm so fair and I'm already a 1 and you can't go lighter, this just adds some brightness. And then I'm going to just lightly top that off to knock back the shimmer whatever shimmer is there, with a little bit of my regular foundation, which is Warm 1. And y'all, this lasts really, really well. I love that method of concealing. Okay, so moving on, we're ready to do the face, y'all. Here we go. What I've been doing and loving is I take a pump of the Art Renewal Serum and I tap in a little bit of the Diamond Dust, smoosh it around, and then I pat and rub in. My face is gonna get angry because I'm playing with it, so just ignore that. My face does not like to be fooled with, but it'll settle down. It's not reacting to the product, it's reacting to my fingers. My skin loves this stuff, y'all. I was really sad that I liked it so much because it's like $70 something, and I just bought a second one so I could have one at my vanity and one in the bathroom because I'm a little bit extra all the time. You see how that like calmed down super quick? That's because it's not the product. That's how I know it's not the product. And then I'm gonna put like a generous pump of the Art Light Moisturizer. And a couple taps of my foundation. Actually, let me add a tiny bit more. Like maybe a pump and a quarter is about what I use of the Art Light. And just a tap or two of the foundation. Again, smush it around in my fingers. Thank you for the 2 of y'all that are still hanging with me because I know it's the butt crack and all that jazz. All right, and then I pat it over the center portion of my face and then massage it out to the outside. And then smooth it down on my nose. So the reason that I pat is I go over the areas where, you know, I tend to have a little bit more redness and need a little bit more coverage. That way I have to use less of the minerals when I'm actually applying with a brush. All right, what time is it? How are we doing? Whoo, okay, gotta hurry. All right, and then I missed my brush. And one thing that I've been trying lately is using, starting with Warm 2 over my cheek areas. And I literally just pat it on. I do my chin as well. And then whatever's left goes on my nose. And then I finish off with my Warm 1. And I got it all over my shirt. It's awesome. So that's been working pretty well. I would say, you know, if you have some redness that you want to cover, whether it's redness from rosacea or hormones or acne or whatever, kind of layering it like that might actually give you even more fuller coverage than what you get with just, you know, your original foundation color by itself. And it lasts really, really well. I use light layers. I think that's really key. Not only for how it feels on my face, because it literally feels like I have nothing on my skin right now, but also for, you know, how it holds up over the course of the day. I know some people were saying that they've been struggling with longevity, and, you know, I've said this before, I'll say it again. If you're having trouble with longevity, you need to look at how you're priming your skin and how you're using the misting spray and how much product you're using. Those 3 things will determine how well the foundation holds up on you and the amount of coverage, you know. Like if you're not priming your skin well enough, you're gonna have to use more product to achieve full coverage. If you're not using the misting spray correctly, you're gonna need to use more product to achieve full coverage. And so again, the third one, which goes hand in hand with the other two, is if you're putting too much product on your face, it's not going to hold up well over the day. And that's not just Savvy, that's any makeup. The more you pile it on, the faster it's going to break down on you. Okay, so super quick here. Let's finish up the complexion and get out the door. So another thing that people have been talking about is the shimmeriness of the blushes. And I just wanted to show you, I suggested using misting spray, the lavender lip balm, that sort of thing. And, you know, a lot of people are just like, I just want to dip my brush in my blush and put it on my face, you know. And I get that. So what I did is I put a little bit of, I Do Believe You're Blushing, and a couple taps of my foundation on this palette here. And I'm just combining it on my brush in a tap off. Ooh. Okay, I don't need that much blush. Tap off the excess. There we go. And then I'm just going to put it on. There you go. Get the rest of it and put it on. And the shimmeriness is pretty much non-existent. And I've got blush, and it looks pretty. I Do Believe You're Blushing is so pretty. So there you go. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Diamond Dust, because I likes me a highlight. I'm going to put that on my cheekbone. Put on my other cheekbone. Great way to find your highlight is turn, and where you see the light hit, you just put it right there. Do a little bit on the nose. Whoopsie, I went into foundation. That's not good. On the nose. And then I'm going to take, where's my little, there we go, my little pencil brush. And I'm going to go along the top of the lip line, lightly. And, oops, it's looking like, and y'all see, another thing to notice, I didn't even have to bake. Like when I used that Warm 2 on my cheeks, normally I would apply the tinted moisturizer type thing and then go over it with the brush and the misting spray and then bake over the areas where I needed more coverage. And when I start with the Warm 2, I didn't need to bake. So that's good. Let me blend that back a little bit. And then I'm going to put on some Adore and I want Abundant, but I can't find her. So I'm going to use a tiny bit of Maven because I want just a tiny bit of pink. I have to sneeze. Achoo! 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 Whew! Sheesh. I hate sneezing. Oh, I need to do my bottom lashes, and then I'm done, y'all, except for lucky last step. Thank you, Cindy. This weather. Anyway, spritz with the misting spray for no other purpose than I just really like the way it smells. Well, also I like to settle down the powder a little bit because I like more of a natural dewy kind of finish. So anyway, that's my full entire face. It took me about 20 minutes, I guess, to do all of that, but I was talking and chatting and all the things. So you could probably do it in about half the time. I could have done it in half the time if I hadn't have been talking and explaining and all those things. And I've got full coverage, and it's going to look pretty much like this when I get home tonight, and except for my eyes, because they always do weird things. But anyway, yeah, there you go. So that's a full face. I hope you liked this little chit-chat thing. I wish more people would have been on to chit-chat with me, but I know that it's the butt crack of dawn. So anyway, I'm going to head out to work. I hope that y'all enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. For those of y'all who hung in there with me the whole time, thank you so much. And yeah, if you enjoyed this type of video, give it a thumbs up so I know. And consider subscribing before you leave. If you have any comments or questions, pop those down in the comment section. You can also find me on Facebook at Savvy Girls Guide or Instagram at SavvyGirlsGuide_YL. I'd love to chat with you there too. Thank y'all again so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.